Ooh, no, dude, let's freaking bring it back. Like, too much freaking fun. Dude, I like it more than NK800. What the hell?
Head down the highway side, cold wind, but it feels right. With you, I'm heavy breathing, feels like I'm lucid dreaming.
Hello everybody, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the third part of NK675 reviews. If you're not racing, if you're not revving up the engine a lot, you don't really get to this red zone and you don't think about the rev limiter, and the only thing you experience is this pure smoothness, which is very pleasant. Acceleration is really decent. It feels faster and torquey than 675 SR, even though it's slower. It's really difficult to keep this front wheel down, so you have no traction and you have to fight those wheelies way more. On this bad boy, even though we have the steering damper, stability isn't so good. Whoa. And you might tell me that, of course, this is just a naked bike. And I would agree, but NK800 did not have this issue. On this bike, I look tiny. This machine looks bigger than 675 SR and bigger than NK800. And it does feel bigger. It feels like a heavier machine. And you feel this additional weight when you go slow. So it's not as flickable, it's not as maneuverable as NK800. Because it's a naked bike, it'll be more maneuverable at slow speeds compared to 675 SR, but simultaneously need to mention that if you're gonna split the traffic, it'll be easier to do on 675 SR because that bike is more narrow than this. We have really wide handlebars and I like those, but simultaneously when I just try to split the traffic, I feel as if I'm on a very wide bike, so it's not as easy. 675 SR is super easy to launch. You don't do wheelies. You can still do some power wheelies in the first gear if you're being super rough with the throttle, but you have to do it intentionally. On this bad boy, if you are a beginner, if you're gonna whiskey throttle this machine, you can actually run into a fence like one of those guys who rode my NK800 for the first time. So in this way, I feel like this bike would be less appropriate and approachable for a beginner compared to 675 SR, and given that NK800 has power modes, maybe it will be less approachable than NK800. I did not expect myself to say that, but when I ride it in the first gear, I feel like you need to modulate the throttle with finesse, dude. Otherwise, you can get yourself into trouble. Again, the acceleration is really decent. If you're not in the first gear, let's say if you're in the second, third gear like me right now, the acceleration is extremely pleasant. It's very smooth. It's very nice. Like, you get enough power. It doesn't feel slower than NK800, but it's less aggressive. It doesn't want to punch you in your mouth. Yeah, dude, this bike might be even more hooligan than NK800 if I'm being honest. It took me a while to understand how fun it is. Shoot! Dude, I want one. What the hell? That's insane, dude. This is just an amount of power I need from a bike like this. And I was saying it's not as flickable as an K800, but in conditions like these, it feels amazing, dude. It feels so good. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, it's butter smooth. It feels smoother than 675 SR, if I'm being honest. Throttle is so pleasant. Yeah, guys, I'm afraid if you would try 675 and K, you would just buy it. It's really freaking pleasant to ride, dude. If you're in the second gear, oh my god. Yeah, that's pleasant as hell. Just pure joy, dude. Pure joy. Right, guys, so I was saying that slow speed maneuverability isn't good, but if you're riding like this, it's just perfect. Again, the first gear might be a little bit too jerky, which is strange, but it's not jerky. It's actually pleasant and smooth, but if you're a beginner, maybe first gear is a little bit too much for you, because it's really, I guess, easy to whiskey throttle that thing. By the way, as I accelerate, as you can see, traction control does not stop me, so it's pretty fun. Again, if I'll do a power wheelie, it'll stop me from going crazy, I believe, but in general, this traction control is not intrusive at all, and if you find it intrusive, you can turn it off. Oh my god. Hey guys, I don't have twisties, but it's my twisties for today. Oops. Vroom. But yeah, when you bring it to a halt, it feels heavy. Yeah, I don't see anything. Ooh. Yeah guys, when I ride like this, I don't feel additional weight at all. It's super light. It feels so light. Oh my god. I can't actually wait to check the weight. I feel like it's heavier than in K800. 100% it's heavier, dude, but dude, I love it so much. So again, guys, you see, I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, maybe my 675 SR isn't the most reliable motorcycle. My engine is compromised. My acceleration isn't as good as before. Do I like it? Of course I don't. But simultaneously, CFMOTO has addressed the issue. I don't know what to tell you guys. If this bike doesn't share the same reliability problem, dude, it's such a fun motorcycle. Again, if you're gonna push it to the limit, it will be difficult to keep the front wheel down. So you will not get enough traction. It will not be as efficient. And if you're a beginner, dude, I feel like it's a little bit too much, because we don't have power modes, and the first gear is just a little bit too freaking fun. But when I ride in conditions like these, dude, it's like, it's butter smooth. Acceleration, deceleration, everything is so goddamn good. And simultaneously, dudes, I need to tell you that zero vibrations. Just like, it's one of the most, it's the most refined motorcycle from a Chinese manufacturer. And the only thing which stops me from telling you that you should buy this bike is my reliability problem that I got from 605. But they've promised me, dude, they've told me that the issue is solved and all NK675s are fine. They said that this injector nozzle or whatever it's called is fine, it's swapped. Now when I look at fuel consumption, it's 7.1 liters, so it's much better than my 675. I feel like it's a very safe way to predict whether your bike is compromised or not. So if your engine burns like oil, probably is gonna consume more gas per 100 kilometers, because my 675 does consume a lot. It just like devours fuel. And this bike, even though I ride pretty aggressively, is really fine. It's really, really good. By the way, right now as I ride, not that I brake too hard, but ABS is not too intrusive. I don't know, maybe ABS is even better than on 605. So, if you all about numbers, if you need the fastest motorcycle, 675 SR is better. It's faster. 0 to 100/150 kilometers per hour is going to be better. If you're looking for the most stable machine, 605 SR is much more stable. If you still kind of want a naked bike, even a K800 is going to be more stable once you go fast. But dude, this smoothness is really addictive. It's really addictive. I'm like a kid, dude. I'm not joking. I feel a little stupid because I'm just running in circles. I'm not doing much. I'm just like having fun on my 675 NK, and it's so fun. Just riding this way, dude, it's so fun. And some of those Chinese bikes, like Jiangxia 500, they're pretty pleasant, they're pretty light, but the throttle doesn't feel that good because deceleration / engine braking isn't very predictable. It just feels clunky and nasty. But not on this NK675. Dude, should you buy it in 2025? I don't know. Should I buy it, dude? I don't know. Honestly, I'm waiting for 703R from Zontis, but it's even more powerful, and given the form factor of a naked bike, I'm afraid it'll be a little bit too much. I don't really know whether it'll be able to tame the power, because even this power of 675 NK feels a little overwhelming, especially given that we don't have power mode. But dude, should this bike have power mode? Well, it'll be cool if it will have power modes, but I would actually go a little bit further. Will it be better if this bike would have ride-by-wire? No, dude. This throttle cannot be any better. This is a perfect cable throttle. Whoa. Actually, ABS is not as intrusive as I thought. I don't know, dude, but it feels less intrusive than on 675 SR. I might be wrong as hell, but when I ride like this, it just feels so good, dude. Haha. Just don't like the way it comes down. So freaking aggressive. The forks are really high quality, dude, but they're not very optimal. Okay, don't tell anybody I did that. The forks are really sport oriented. They're like a little bit too stiff, even though they're very adjustable, but still. Ooh, no, dude, let's freaking bring it back. Like, too much freaking fun. Dude, I like it more than an K800. What the hell? How come, dude? Oh my god. Oh, shoot. Ugh. Yeah, dude, I know. Very informative, all those sounds. My eloquency it's just through the roof. But I feel like everybody's gonna be just as eloquent as me riding this beautiful 675 NK. Dude, it's just pure emotions. And again, at the very beginning, when I was measuring acceleration, I was like, no, you know what, it's not as fast as NK800. Oh, you know what, it's not as stable as 675 SR. But dude, if you don't think about the shit, if you don't think about numbers, if you just chill and ride like I do, gosh, this is pure fun. Especially once you get used to the ergonomics, once you get used to like the super light front end, it's pure freaking pleasure to ride. And brakes aren't actually bad. Still, I would turn this freaking ABS off, but I would say that it's better than on 675 SR. Oh my god, I'm so impressed, dudes. I am so impressed. And again, usually, you know, it's really easy to impress you when you try something for the first time, but in case of 675, the more I ride, the more I like it. And now, it might be my favorite CFMOTO. What the hell? And dude, fuel consumption is 7 liters, way less than on 675 SR, which tells me that apparently this injector nozzle or fuel injector nozzle is fixed on this bike. Fuel consumption is linked to oil consumption because that thing is in charge, and apparently this bike is not compromised. Please tell me what you think about this NK675 in the comment section below. Do you think it's a great motorcycle? Would you buy it? Do you still think that reliability isn't good enough? Are you still concerned about the issue I faced on 675 SR? Tell me everything, guys. I'm gonna read all your comments. With that being said, I'm having so much fun, dude. I feel like it's time for me to wrap it up. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and as always, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Bye bye, everybody. Take care. Woohoo! Absolute blast to ride like this. Shoot, I can't stop. Okay, we need to stop, dude. We need to stop.